Hello, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sophie, and today we're going to be doing episode 2 of my Let's Write a Fantasy Novel series together. In the first episode it was a lot of planning, and I wanted to give you an update and just get into the writing really. So before I get too far into the video, I want to apologise for the fan being on and the weird lighting. We're having a heat wave and I'm not dealing with it very well. I'm very hot right now, so I apologise if you can hear the fan slash most of the curtains are closed because of the heat. So the sunshine, yeah. Anyway, let's just get into the video, shall we? So I've made a little list on my phone of what I've done so far since I filmed last for this series. So I have reorganised my Pinterest board, which doesn't sound that doesn't sound like a lot, but it took me quite a long time because I've got, you can have sections on your Pinterest board, so I've got one for each of my main characters and kind of the second layer down of characters, and then I have some key locations as sections, and I have one for future books because I mentioned in the last episode I want this book to be a series. So I have, when I'm pinning, I often find stuff that's not relevant right now but it will be, so I have a future books little section for that. So that's what I've been doing. The second thing I need to do in today's episode, well, the first thing I need to do in today's episode is to rename a character. Now, one second, because I've just realised it's on my other desk, my writing notebook. Hang on. Oh, that's sunshine. Goodness me, it's bright. So this is my writing notebook, my Project Moonstone notebook. Project Moonstone. And I've just been making notes from YouTube videos and lectures that I find online and stuff like that. But I've also got my little to-do list, and one thing I need to do is rename a character. Now, this is the main character. Well, no, it's not the main character. So I have the main protagonist, and then I almost have two protagonists, but one is definitely the main one. Like, we see everything through her point of view, but the other character, how do I explain this? Like, it's basically like my main character is Harry Potter, and then I'm writing about Ron Weasley. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's who I need to rename, the Ron character. So basically this name has been the same name for this character for 10 years, whilst I mean, like, the whole time I've had this story in my head, they've been called the same thing, but their name, there is already a person with this name in our society who is quite famous. So I am renaming the character because it didn't bother me, but then I was like, if I actually want to do this and get this published one day, they're definitely not going to be able to have this name, and I want to publish it. So I was like, I may as well do it now before I start writing properly, because it's already been 10 years and I've got a list of names here that I pulled off the internet in various locations, trying to get me brainstorming about different names and thinking about what would go with my main character's name. But it's so difficult because for 10 years I've been called this thing, and now suddenly I'm trying to change the name. So in my head, none of them sound right because that's just not his name, but it's gonna have to be. So yeah, I've got a list here of probably about 50 names that I need to go through and work out which one I actually like enough to name him. So that's one of the things we're going to do in this episode. Another thing I want to do is to create a reward sheet. I know this, when I'm saying this out loud, it just sounds like I'm trying to put off writing. I'm not. I'm really excited to do some writing, But I want to do some sort of reward sheet, because on my other series for losing weight, I've done a reward sheet and it's kind of based on how much weight I lose, I get a different reward. And I want to do something similar to that with the book. But I was thinking maybe doing like a point system and then using points to redeem different prizes, which will be me buying them for me. But you know what I'm trying to say. So like, for example, if I write an hour, I get a star, or if I hit 1,000 words, I get a star. Because with writing, it's a bit more like I can write, but I can't control often how many words I write. Does that make sense? Well, I know I can't control how many pounds I lose or whatever, but with this, I want to have more things other than just when I write 1,000 words, I get a point kind of thing. So I'm going to have a think about that, of how the best way to do that is. And then, yeah, I'm also going to need to start writing. So I think that's what I'm... Do I want to do that right now? I'm so hot, I can't think straight. My goodness. I think I need... Well, before I start writing, I need to name this character, really. They're not in the first chapter, so I probably could write the first chapter, but just to sort my head out and like my brain, I think I'm going to sit here and go through the character, like narrow down this long list into a short list and go from there. I think that's my first point of action for this vlog. I've spoken for a really long time in this intro, I'm really sorry. Let's get into some actual writing progress to be made. Okay, I've made some progress. I've narrowed it down to 6 names that are viable options. To be fair, one, I know of someone called this in fiction. 2, I know of... So, yeah, there is... Oh, God. You're getting to the point where it's like, you want an original name, but you make it too original and you're going to lose people because they're going to be like, I'm sorry, their character's called what? But at the same time, you don't want to call them something that lots of other people have called their characters that have like really strong connotations. So yeah, I'm finding it difficult. Most of my characters have been named for years and years, so naming a main character who might have this name, if I do write all of the books I want to, they might be stuck with this name for a really long time if all goes well and I write all the books. And it needs to be the right name, and I'm just looking at this list like, I've got no idea. That one doesn't feel right, actually. Looking at that one, that's not his name. Okay, I'm down to 5. I'm down to 4. Oh, I'm making progress. This is really hard. I thought I'd made my decision, and then I googled it, and I don't know if I need to care about what the meaning is. I know some authors put a lot of work into making sure each of their characters' names mean something related to their characters, and I don't know if I care what the name means or not. Like, I can't decide if it matters to me or not. So yeah, I had it. I narrowed it down from like 50 to 1, and now I'm not sure. It's between two, I think. Now I'm looking at the list, I'm going to the other one, not the one I had just decided on. I might sleep on it actually and see what I feel like. It's a big decision. I know it shouldn't be. I know it shouldn't matter really, but a rose by any name, other name will still sell sweet and all that sort of stuff, but I want to get it right. Yeah, it matters to me. So I might sleep on this. So what can I do? What can I do now? I was wanting, oh, I've suddenly been lit by the light of the computer, to make a map for my world. And I've heard of this website. Well, I think I can create maps with it. Let's see if I can create a fantasy map for my world. That sounds, they get me really exciting. It's probably a really big task. Should I do that now? Yeah. Hello, I thought I'd come on and give you a quick writing update. The update is I've not started writing. I'm doing everything I can to like prepare myself, but it's got to the point where how much prep work is too much prep work and when do you actually start the writing? And I'm not sure. I'm going to meet my dad in the gym tomorrow and I'll be waiting whilst he's doing his class. So I think I'm going to take my laptop that you're currently balanced on to the gym and start writing tomorrow and put my noise cancelling headphones on so everyone in the gym isn't annoying me, and yeah, just work from there. So I think I'm going to do a bit more prep work tonight, ready for tomorrow, and then hopefully start writing tomorrow. But yeah, I'm excited, but I'm nervous because I want it to be good, obviously, like, but I know it's a first draft or a zero draft, so it won't be perfect, but I want it to be really good. Good morning writing vlog, how are you? It is 7:15 on Saturday. I've done a lot of prep work for writing this week, but I haven't actually started writing yet still. I was going to start writing on Thursday after work. I was going to the gym with my dad and I was going to wait for him to do his class and I was going to write, but at the last minute he was ill and cancelled, so I ended up just driving home and speaking to him on the phone, which meant that I didn't get any writing done. So I did some more prep work last night and I want to try and start writing now, but I didn't write last week, so I think my word count that I need to do for this week has gone up because of that. Well, I know it has. I don't know why I said I think. You know what I mean. But I believe on NaNoWriMo you can now put projects in and track them even if it's not an event. So I'm going to give it a go. Where can I put you? If I put you here. There. It's not the best angle, is it? But yeah. Okay, rather excitingly, I have been able to put a project into NaNoWriMo. So it's Project Moonstone, and I've put 90,000 words as my goal and December 31st as the day I want to finish. So according to this, today's the 10th, right? Yeah, so by today, my word count goal is 625 words a day until the end of the year. That's huge. Let me do some maths. Hang on. You're floating around a bit. Do we have a calculator? We do have a calculator. So 600, what did I just say? 625 words? Yeah, 625 words times 7. That's 4. Oh, I know what I've done. I've forgotten to account for the fact I want to write more during NaNoWriMo in November. Because as it stands, I've got to write 4,375 words a week, which is a hell of a lot. So I don't know how much I'm going to use this tracker that they've got for me. But yeah, it's really helpful to have anyway, just to see how far I've got to go. So yeah, all that's left now to do is write. So I'm going to give it a go and I'll come back to you in a bit. It's 9:02 and I'm grinning because I wrote my first bit of this book, this draft. I'm so happy. I've written 1,080 words and I did that in just under an hour, so that was quite a good pace. So I'm really happy with that. But then Mum woke up and came down the stairs, so I've been talking to her and now I've kind of lost it. So like the momentum's kind of gone. So I think because I've got some time, I might watch Brandon Sanderson's second lecture on world building, because I watched the first one last night. I'm rewatching them. I watched them all last year, but I found them really helpful, so I thought I'd watch them again now. So that's what I've been doing. So I might do that because then it's still like towards a writing goal. But yeah, I can't remember if I've told you, so apologies if I have, but according to NaNoWriMo's website, I need to write 625 words a day. I have told you this, I've just remembered. Never mind, you know that I'm scared about that. So yes, but I feel really proud of myself because I find the first chapter really difficult to write and I've made a good dent in it now. So yeah, really proud of myself, really happy. Yay! Hello pumpkins. I thought I would come and give you a Project Moonstone update. How exciting that I have like a project that I can talk about. So I haven't done that much writing this week, I'll be honest. I went to the Eras tour last night, so I am exhausted and not in the mental capacity to write anything of value today, so I'm not going to. But I thought I would show you what I bought for myself as a little well done on starting Project Moonstone. It is an actual Moonstone necklace, and I've bought some extenders because I don't think that's going to fit around my neck, because I've got, if you've not seen, my neck's a bit different to most people's necks. So let me open this up. Oh, it is literally just a little baggie of extenders. So let me pull these out and see if any of them are any good. They won't come out of the bag. There we go. Oh, okay, that's quite useful actually. They have attached them all together. I might just make it a really long necklace actually. And hang on. I should probably do this off camera. I feel like this is going to take quite a lot of thinking about this morning. Oh no, so that goes on this bit. Yeah. And then that clip will go on this bit. Okay, it's huge now. Oh, I've got my own Moonstone necklace. So I'm gonna try and sorry, that was a really weird angle. I'm gonna try and wear this when I do my writing, just to sort of motivate me to write more. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I got the necklace off Etsy. I will link it if I remember to link it for you. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a bit of moonstone with the silver necklace clasp. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. And it's going to make it really special to work on this project. So in terms of word count, I haven't made much progress at all, but I have been doing a lot of prep work and thinking about my characters. I don't know if I've said in this vlog, but I did rename the main male character. So he's got a new name and I'm starting to get used to it. And it's got to the point now where I'm driving around and I'm coming up with ideas and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to forget by the time I pull over. So I literally, like, as soon as I've been pulling over places, I'm getting the notes app on my phone up and I'm like furiously typing into it because I'm so scared I'm going to forget. But like, it's only happened like 3 times at the moment, and each time I've remembered by the time I've pulled in. But yeah, I don't want to forget any, because I've had some quite good ideas, I think, she says. I feel like I've had some good ideas when I've been driving, so I'm a bit worried that that's going to continue because it's so inconvenient. But yeah, anyway, I've decided I'm going to finish this video here because I want to get it up in a good time so you can see, because last time when I did my first video for this series, I waited quite a long time before uploading it because of just the way my schedule was going, and it just wasn't that timely in my head. So I want to give you this video when it's a bit more fresh in my head so I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, in the next video, of course, I'm going to be doing more actual writing, not just planning and thinking. But I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you again really soon for another one. Bye!